Okay, now we're on to stage 3, and Sparkster is looking pretty badass as usual. And now we're on stage 3, and we got some, I guess, radioactive Kool-Aid, and if you touch that, you instantly die. And you may notice some stuff obscuring your view in the foreground. Well, that's what the reflectiveness comes in play. You actually have to rely on your reflection, that was close, to rely on getting through the platforms, to be able to see the platforms, like right here. So it's a very, so not only is it a cool graphical effect for the Genesis, it's actually a pretty clever level design too. And there's a 1-up right there in case you screw up. Thankfully I don't in this, and you obviously don't want to use your rocket here unless you want to try and do some crazy speedrun tactics or something. I just do it at the end here. Get in the cave, which somehow leads you right back into water. I don't know how that works, but whatever. And it should be noted that this is the only Rocket Knight Sparkster game where Sparkster actually swims. And it's kind of funny that he does swim in this, because you think with all that armor and that jetpack he's wearing, it would be heavy and he would like just sink like a rock and die instantly. But no, he's actually a very good swimmer in this. Surprisingly, with all that stuff on. You think he'd use the goggles though, you know, since he's swimming, and well, maybe they're not waterproof, but well, then again, if they're airtight, they would be. I don't know why I'm talking about goggles all of a sudden. Just a weird thought just occurred to me about that. So anyway, we go through that. We boost down here, or you don't have to boost. I just like to boost because why wouldn't you want to boost in a game that's called Rocket Knight? And I'm boosting down here to get at this guy. This thing you want to get its claws first, and then you go for the middle. I get rid of this one pretty quickly with the sword. This other one though is a bit of a problem. See, it's not so much getting close enough, well there's that, and dodging everything, because it's a little tricky to swim in this game, because Sparkster actually has a tendency to sort of float, and you have to kind of fight that. So it's sort of like a swimming physics you have to do. But nevertheless, I eventually did get that claw, and you just gotta dodge these, I don't know, ring bubbles? It's like, well, it's his last resort, I guess, of a defense after you get rid of its claws, but then he just becomes a really easy target if you just avoid the rings there, and you boost down there, and that's done. And we go straight from water to lava. Transitions are a little funny in this, but whatever. So we got this walking thing here. Pretty good animation, I have to say. The graphics actually in this area are really cool with the heat effects and everything. So the idea is you just gotta get on the walker when you're lava and then jump down so you don't hit the spikes, and just clear any enemies that are in the way. Pretty simple. It's sort of like a, I guess it's just one of those levels where you just have to escort and ride a platform kind of thing. Well, you don't really escort it, but anyway, here's the boss, which is this giant robotic lava fish that is constantly eating the platforms to try and get at you. And it speeds up. It's not as hard as it looks. Just as long as you jump at the right distances, you'll get it. Whoa, that was close. You don't fall in the lava, because I think if you have less than 4 hearts, you'll die. But what makes this boss really easy is that he spews out fruit. See, you gotta get the pig that jumps out because he's controlling it. So, but yeah, this boss is actually pretty easy if you know how to time the jumps properly. I sort of just do whatever platforms I can, really. They're pretty simple, like I said. And you can always get health from this boss, so it's actually pretty easy once you know how to do it. The only dangerous thing is you just gotta make sure not to fall in the lava. But even if you fall in the lava like once or twice, or at least once, you can get your health back anyway. So You have to wonder where all these platforms keep coming from, and there's always an infinite supply of them too in this lava area. But it's a pretty fun boss. Actually, all the boss fights I really like in this game. They're all very unique and pretty creative. So the designers of this game really did a good job of doing that. You know, it's not just standard conventional bosses you see in every other game. It's actually bosses that are just sort of done very. It's something always a bit different in each boss encounter, because, you know, one, you're fighting this giant spider thing in the castle, then it's like a train on a minecart, and then it's like here you have to get through all these platforms and then and dodge all the spitting fire and shit. It's like I said, it's very. That's what makes this game really great to me. It's just all the stuff you can do and all the things you encounter. And yeah, and he's dead. Yay! And I tried to do the spin freeze on the spin attack, but I did too early there. Oh well. So we did it, and we're on to the next stage. And we're out of the cave, and there's the airship, and hey, it's the king! Ah, Sparkster is surprised to see him, because he came out of nowhere. And luckily he has a Triceratops with a cannon that can launch you to the airship. And yeah, right through the ship. Sparkster has a habit of just crashing through everything. It's like just crash through the wall. Oh yeah! Another badass pose there, and we'll get on to the next stage. And is that Sherry? Oh no, it's an imposter. His name is, if I remember correctly from the manual, his name is Peagle. I think he's pretty much just like the captain of the airship or something, or some kind of subordinate for the Empire. Like I said, I actually have the manual, and I could actually bring it up if I wanted to, but I can't be bothered to be distracted by looking at a manual and not paying attention to the game at the same time, so. Is it Peagle or... Well, no, not Smeagol. Smeagol's the Lord of the Rings guy. So yeah, here you just knock back the balls at him, back at him, and you go up. And his tactics change here a little because he decides to learn some tactics from Donkey Kong and throw barrels at you. The ones rolling you have to jump over, but the ones bouncing you can usually keep moving without having to jump. Because if you actually jump, whoa. Like, I didn't get hit there, but usually if you jump, you'll get hit. And he's right there, and you just smack him. Oh, there's Axel. Just teabag him for good measure, and oh no! Luckily, there are these railings at the bottom here, and there's these bomb things you gotta watch out for. These actually come into play a little bit ahead. And get that one up by just doing that boost. And here's another mini-boss, which, if you do it right, you can actually hit him a couple times before he gets down to the bottom. I never tried boosting into him, but I don't think you it's not what you're supposed to do, obviously, because even if you hit him while boosting, you probably the ricochet will be tricky. So what you have to do is just hit these bomb guys and have them land on him. Like I said, and he's already dead. And these platforms, they're pretty. They look tricky, but they're actually very simple. You just gotta jump at the end, and you go in the ship again. And, oh, these guys. You have to get them immediately, otherwise they'll fire a shot off, and there's no real way to dodge them. And you got all these stupid force fields and shit to deal with. It's a little bit annoying. Apparently this ship is powered by all of the pedals that they're cycling up there. I wouldn't say that's the best way to power a ship, but whatever. They're pigs. I mean, they do set themselves on fire when trying to destroy castles, so whatever. And you grab some bananas, and we get to the boss. And it's him again. And he has a robot. And Sparkster doesn't really care. He's just like, yeah, whatever. Just crosses his arms. And his main attack is he just goes and just throws shit at you. I don't know why I did the wibbity wobbly wobble wobble, but I have no idea why I did that. And you gotta wait for him to stop, and then as soon as he opens his chest, I was a bit too early there, but you just have to hit that red spot as many times as you can. Luckily, he doesn't take that many hits. And you just gotta watch, just watch the garbage that falls, and just just very carefully just stay back and just dodge whatever comes at you. You know, this thing does spew... This ship does actually spew a lot of junk at you. You think the ship would fall apart. Yeah, he takes about 5 hits and then Peagle itself tries to attack, but you can just stay back here and just smack at him with the sword when he gets close. Yeah, you could boost into him, but that would risk you getting hit from him, and he can kill you if you're not careful. So, and my boost was charged up, but I couldn't spin. Oh well. Sparkster looks pretty happy though, so whatever. Refill our life and go to the next area. And okay, that can jettison out without really any propulsion, and that can act, and now we can fly. And we're in another. This is a shoot 'em up stage actually, or another flying side-scrolling stage anyway. I'm not sure how Sparkster obtained the ability to fly here, because in the previous flying party, you saw him got a fuel canister, and that allowed him to fly. I assume he found one in the ship, and that's how he's flying for this duration, but whatever. And here you gotta dodge the missiles and shit I fired at you, and the anti-air fire. This city's not screwing around. In this pig city, I guess. And they don't really have an air force, they just send a bunch of guys on balloons after you. Whatever. Well, actually, no, that's not true. They do send in some craft towards you, but that's later on. But I guess for now, it's just guys in balloons and more missiles to dodge. You know, it's a bit excessive to launch these missiles at just one little rocket night, but well, okay, like I said, pigs, they're not the brightest. And you just gotta be very careful, just very precise, and that pig there, poor guy. I bet he was just loading a missile, and he accidentally got caught up into the launch. And you gotta watch over this thing, because that can hit you if you're not careful, if you don't know where it's coming. And this thing kind of looks a little familiar, don't you think? Kind of reminds me of a shoot 'em up game by Konami. What was it called? The Gradius, maybe? I don't know. And these things you can actually dodge through. Even though it looks like Sparkster can't fit through, he can. So his hitbox is actually a little bit small in that regard. And this is another thing. Just wail at it, and it just launches this thing, throws at you. But you can usually dodge them. I can usually take it out without getting hit. And now that we're in the stronghold, we just crash right through it as usual. And great. Oh, 1-up. And these things. Oh, I tried to boost over them, but yeah, those armor guys, they're invincible. You cannot defeat them. All you can do is run. No. Oh, okay. Yeah, just get up that little ledge there and jump over them. And I gotta go fast. Otherwise they'll run into you. Go. Fall to the platforms and go. And phew. And more of them. And you just gotta boost through and just go. And whoa. Okay, and that unlocks that, and they just fall through. Oh, one thing I forgot to show at the beginning is if you leave Sparkster out for a little while, he does that. Makes another funny sound and says, "Let's go." And this part. Now, I know in terms of laws of physics and perspective, this doesn't look like it makes much sense, but trust me, you have to keep moving, otherwise you get crushed. And you can boost through here, but you gotta be very careful, because you can ricochet back and under the ledge as it crushes you. So you gotta make sure you're as far back from one side as possible before you boost. Otherwise, you'll just, like I said, bounce back. You have to take account. Physics does take a very good part in this game, in terms of the rocketing. So we did that, and okay, now we got this little platform. We have switches here. Use the sword to hit the down and up switches to go, well, up and down. It's a pretty neat little platform design kind of thing. And okay, that was just the training of how to use it. Really, this is where it really comes into play. And these those, I guess, rave party spike balls, those are instant death too. But with this section, you pretty much just follow the gems and you just keep going and just make sure to be very careful not to touch the rave party balls of doom. Because I guess Sparkster will have an epileptic seizure when induced by the things, and I just duck here, just be safe. And there's a 1-up there, but I have like 11 1-ups accumulated so far, so I don't really need it at this point. I know I'm humming the music. It's a little redundant, but hey, it's catchy. I like it. So, all right. What's it's Axel, and oh, you dick. Of course he would do something like this. Come on, open the door. There we go. This, you just gotta boost. And you can boost up walls to ricochet off them at certain angles. You just gotta be careful not to, like, just do it wrong, I guess. There's a 1-up there. And you boost through, and, okay. Now we got a robot of our own. Now it's on. And shit! You gotta watch out, cause you can only take like 5 hits with this, and Axel takes quite a few. The general idea is you just gotta try and fake him out and then counter. And you can hit each other twice. You can hit each other two at the same time, so you gotta watch out. And come on. See, sometimes he'll back away. Get back here, you. Oh, I was just out of range. Oh no, 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 one more hit and I'm... Oh, yes! Take that, you dick. There. We got him. And then Sparks was like, fuck yeah, I got ya. Okay, now let's continue on.